Hello, everybody, to another Week 5 match, this time between our undefeated Tel Aviv Clawitzers and our 0-4, unfortunately, Baltimore Throat Choppers, who they were actually our runner-up in the first tournament, so a little bit less good of a run here. But, I feel like all the matches have been close, at least the ones that I've seen. But yes, we have what should be our most unbalanced match, as undefeated versus a team that's not won a game yet. But who knows? I really like the way the Baltimore Clippers have been playing. I feel like they have a lot of good tricks up their sleeve, and it doesn't look like the Clawitzers have brought in a lot of unique Pokemon. We've seen some Executor, a Clawitzer probably is their most unique Pokemon, and there's a lot going on the other side there. So I always like about the Baltimore Throat Choppers is I'm not entirely sure what that team's doing. Just right off the bat, they got like two Trick Room setters. They have some really fast Pokemon here. They always have Incineroar. So yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. Let me stop it to slow so that I can actually commentate, and then let's hit play here. So it's going to be a Ninetales lead to get the Sun up and Executor. It could be Chlorophyll, Hisui, and Lilligant. Trevenant is going to come out here, though, with, Lilligant. So this is Chlorophyll. It could be pretty bad. It's going to frisk the Citrus Berry and the Sash on Ninetales. Pretty important information to know. Trevenant swaps into Slowking as close combat does go into Ninetales, who will retaliate with a Heat Wave and show that Lilligant is also Sash, so that does not die there. And Executor will Imprison to stop Trick Room on Trevenant. Very smart play there. Protect coming out from Ninetales, another close combat goes into it. Is Executor going to pick to kill here? We'll see. It does with the Psychic. And then what does the Slowking do? It does for a Sludge Bomb, which does poison. But that is just going to, be harvested right back by Executor. Yep, it's going to harvest Citrus Berry, get it back, eat it, and then it's going to harvest next turn because the sun is up. It's a 100% harvest chance. Cerulege coming out, going to take advantage of the sun here, as Helping Hand goes into Executor. Shadow Sneak not taking the KO on Ninetales, though, so very bulky Ninetales. But Psychic not taking the KO on Slowking either, as it was for another Sludge Bomb, which Poison will KO Executor here, unfortunately. And yeah, now you have a 2% Ninetales. And, here's the big Ogerpon Hearth Flame, as Shadow Sneak takes out Ninetales once again. But this Ivy Cudgel is going to hurt. Yep, it will KO Slowking here, putting us to a 2v2. Trevenant and Cerulege versus Raging Bolt and Ogerpon. Photosynthesis is going to be special attack. One turn left of Sun, though, as Terra Fire and Body Aspect Ogerpon comes out. As Terra Rock is shown on Trevenant, which, is a crit. I don't know the calc. I feel like that might have mattered. Close combat going into Raging Bolt, doing actually very, very little. It's going to be Draco Meteor. It's going to be Thunderbolt, actually. Yeah, with close combat dropping your defenses, that'll be enough. So yeah, pretty good showing there. We'll go to game 2, though. Alright, so yeah, here we are with game 2. That was a pretty good showing by both teams. They both have clearly prepared, bringing your Chlorophyll Pokemon, imprisoning that Protect. Yeah, it's just getting past that Raging Bolt and Ogerpon, especially in the back. And that Ninetales just took so many hits. I'm very surprised it lived. It must have been trained just to be bulky. So yeah, you just gotta kind of think about how you're gonna get rid of that Raging Bolt and Ogerpon if you are the Baltimore Throat Choppers here. And it will be the Ninetales lead again, I'm not surprised, with Ogerpon. So immediately going for the offense this time as Walking Wake comes out with Incineroar going to drop the attack of the Ogerpon, which could certainly matter here, and Fake Out Pressure is active. Spiky Shield is going to come out, so if Fake Out goes into that slot, it's not going to be very good. It is actually a double protect, just to completely get rid of the Fake Out turn. And what does the Walking Wake here? It goes for Hydro Steam into Ogerpon. Is that the one? No, I think it's Steam Eruption that doesn't care about Sun. Raging Bolt is going to come out to tank the presumably Water move. As Terra Fire, Walking Wake is shown, Hydro Steam going to do actually still pretty decent damage into the Raging Bolt, and Encore into Fake Out. Yes, Ninetales does get Encore, just something you have to be wary of. So Incineroar is going to be pretty much forced to swap out here into Slowking. As Terra Fairy is shown on the Raging Bolt. Helping Hand, so this is certainly going to hurt whoever it hits. Hydro Steam going into it once again, doing quite a bit of damage. And Thunderbolt is going to pick up the KO on Walking Wake. So first kill given to the Tel Aviv Clawitzers as Incineroar hits the field once again. Protect coming out as Heatwave does not a ton to both Pokemon, no burns either. Snarl coming out to drop the special attack of both, but is protected by Raging Bolt, of course. And Sludge Bomb not going to take the KO because of that protect. Snarl and Incineroar is a very good choice here, though, as Ceruledge comes out possibly to take the fire move. And Thunderclap goes in, not going to KO the Slowking, though, very bulky. And Heatwave, it is going to activate Flash Fire, and it's not going to KO the Slowking, who will be able to KO Raging Bolt. So that's one of two big threats down. We don't know who the fourth Pokemon is here yet. It is Scrafty, who gets the Intimidate off. And Incineroar is swapped back in to drop the attack of the Scrafty. Does it go for Fake Out? It does not. And Fling is shown as a Burn Orb. See, this is what I always love about Similar Towers. Flame Orb Ceruledge to Fling into Scrafty to not only reduce the knockout damage, but to burn Scrafty, making it pretty much useless the rest of this fight now. Ogerpon is going to go in as Bitterblade goes into Scrafty to heal Ceruledge back up. And Knockoff goes into Earthflame as High Jump Kick. Yeah, with that burn not doing a ton of damage into Incineroar. Burn slowly adding up as well. As Slowking comes back out, Regenerator is shown, which makes sense. Spiky Shield Ogerpon, but yeah, Bitterblade does go into Scrafty to take the KO, healing Ceruledge back to full HP. It's going to allow Ninetales to come back out and reset up the sun, which helps both the Pokemon here, but certainly going to help Ogerpon as Ninetales protects. Ivy Cudgel coming out to KO the Slowking, but Bitterblade did go into Ogerpon to take the KO. Now it's now a 1v1, and I'm not sure Ninetales has the moves. I don't know if it has many moves to get rid of either fire type here. Yeah, it is a forfeit. So yeah, Ninetales usually runs Solar Beam, Fire Move, but yeah, I think that's our first game loss on the Clawitzers as well. So yeah, congratulations to the Baltimore Throat Choppers for taking the first game on the Clawitzers. I didn't even think about that until I just saw them win there. But yeah, here we are to Game 3. This is the closest that any team has gotten to. I did double check. Yeah, that's the first game loss of the Clawitzers. So yeah, this is the closest anyone is coming to beating the Clawitzers. That Flame Orb onto the Scrafty definitely was. I mean, I would never expect that. I don't think anyone in their right mind would expect that. But gotta love the Baltimore Throat Choppers. And yeah, they definitely prepared very well for this team. They just put on a lot of pressure. Incineroar with those fake outs and everything like that. So yeah, we'll see how. Oops, it's normal speed. I'm gonna reset that real quick and put this. There's no way I'm commentating on normal speed. I have no idea what's going on. This is a little bit more my speed here, as Raging Bolt is the lead, with Ninetales to activate the Prosynthesis. Incineroar coming out, who has Snarl, and Trevenant. Trevenant always a scary bring here with how many fire types there are, but it's going to frisk the Focus Sash and Magnet Raging Bolt, which is why it's Electric is doing so much damage. But yeah, the Heat Wave is going to come out. That's going to one-hit KO Trevenant, unfortunately, as Snarl hits Ninetales, dropping the special attack. So we'll see what the next Pokemon here is. It is Ceruledge to get rid of those fire moves. Helping Hand goes into Raging Bolt as Thunderclap one-hit KOs Ceruledge. That's not good. He was very important in the last match as Snarl comes out to drop Pokemon's attack here. But yeah, now down 2-4. It's going to be a little hard to win this. Especially with Walking Wake, who's weak to a lot of stuff here. Helping Hand coming out again as Walking Wake protects. Thunderclap not doing anything into the Protect as Knockoff goes into the Raging Bolt to get rid of that Magnet. That would have been more helpful when Ceruledge was live, but still good to knock it off. Helping Hand coming out as it goes for the double Protect. And it was yet another Thunderclap, so yeah, just predicting Thunderclap as Knockoff goes into the Raging Bolt again. Let's look at two more of those have to kill. Third Protect we'll see. Is it Thunderclap again? No, it is Protect this time. And trying to encore the Walking Wake as Snarl comes out once again. So this Ninetales is going to be doing very little damage. And this Walking Wake might be able to KO the Raging Bolt now. as it uses its booster energy now to get that speed boost. Helping Hand coming out once again. And Thunderclap doing 30% to Incineroar. Honestly, not a ton. Hydro Steam does not KO Raging Bolt. That's not good. And Knockoff not KOing Ninetales either, so both are going to get... another Helping Hand's going to come out. That's what I meant to say. Another Protect. Is it Thunderclap into Walking Wake this time? It's not. It is into Incineroar, who will Snarl, and Snarl doesn't KO Raging Bull. I mean, it isn't put by special attack, but that KO was really, really necessary here. A Thunderclap, yep, even with the half special attack, is going to KO Incineroar. Draco Meteor coming out, not KOing Clawitzer. That's another pretty bad. Yeah, that's why it does have Dragon Balls. So even down 2-4, that was still a very, very valiant effort there. Throat choppers. But yeah, that will be an undefeated round robin for the Clawitzers.